I went out for drinks with my coworker, and I regret it. I'm 19F and have worked in retail for 3 years. I become friends with a group of my coworkers, and one of them, 26M, invited me out for drinks one night. I assumed our other friends would be there, but when I arrived, it was just him. We sat at the bar for a while before he invited some random guy I didn't know. At this point, I was already uncomfortable. I wasn't that close with my coworker, and now I was sitting with a stranger too. He kept buying me drinks, and eventually we left to go sit on the beach. After a while, I needed to use the bathroom. He insisted on coming with me because it was dark and the bathrooms were far away. On the way there, he started calling me pretty and kept asking if I liked being called that. I told him no because I hear it enough from creepy customers, but he wouldn't stop. Then, just outside the bathrooms, he suddenly asked, "Have you ever kissed a 26-year-old?" I knew exactly where this was going, and I tried to brush it off. But before I could react, he grabbed me and kissed me anyway. I was very drunk and barely processing what was happening. I just kept walking, wanting to get back to where there were people, but even in public, he didn't stop. He pulled me aside on a footpath and started kissing me again, this time touching me in ways I didn't want. He tried to put his hand down my pants. I pushed him away, stepping back to put distance between us, and finally, he stopped. Eventually, we met up with his friend again and went to the train station. Since we live in the same area, we took the same train home. I was sobering up, realizing what had happened, while he rambled about how he was different from the other guys at work. When I got home, I called my best friend. She listened and tried to comfort me, but I could tell she didn't know what to say. She's the only person I've told. Now, he keeps messaging me, asking when we can go out again. I've been making excuses, but he won't let it go. He also kept telling me not to tell anyone at work because the guys will be jealous, which just made me more confused. I feel ashamed and don't want anyone at work to know, especially since there's a coworker I actually like. But I also don't know how to tell this guy I never want to go out with him again. I'm scared he might try something. Last night, he kept messaging me, and I started shaking and almost crying. I'm not confrontational, and I still have to work with him. I really wish I had just stayed home that night. If you've read this far, thank you. Any advice would be appreciated.